For number 3, the first thing we do is identify any excluded values. So for this one, I know that x cannot be 0 because that's the value that makes the denominator 0. The next thing is we look for the LCD. So I have 3 denominators, 4x, 6, and 12x, and I'm going to set it up like this. So you take out a common factor. If there's a common factor to all 3, then you go ahead and do that first. So here I have a 2 common to all 3. So factor out of 2 out of 4x, I get 2x. Factor out of 2 from 6, I get 3. Factor out of 2 from 12x, I get 6x. And now notice how these two have a 3 in common. So as long as 2 of the 3, or of the terms have a common factor, you take it out. So 3. This 2x just comes down because nothing came out of it. 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 6x 2 times 2x. And you keep going until you end up with 1 on the outside. So here they both have 2x in common, right? So I could take out a 2x. And so now 2x into 2x is 1. The 1 comes down, and 2x into 2x is 1. So we're left with all 1s, so that means we're done. Okay, so we're going to multiply these right here, and that's going to be my LCD. So LCD is 2 times 3 times 2, that's 6 times 2, 12x. So that's the LCD for this problem. So I'm going to multiply each term by 12x. So 12x, 9 over 4x, minus 12x, 5 over 6, equals 12x times negative 13 over 12x. Okay, now if you'd like, you could put a 1 underneath. You don't have to, but that works. And so what I can cancel out, I can for the first one, for this one right here, 12 and 4. Well, 12 over 4 is 3, right? And the x over x cancels, so this cancels. Oops, this cancels, and then here I'm left with a 3. In the next term, the 6 goes into the 12x. 6 goes into 12 2 times, and then the x does not cancel, it stays there. Oops, let me bring it down like that because it doesn't cancel. And then on the right side, after the equal sign, 12x and 12x, everything, the 12 and the x cancel, both of them. So now I have 3 times 9 is 27, minus 2x times 5, that's 10x. And on the right side I have minus 13, or negative 13. So I can subtract the 27. So I've got negative 10x equals negative 40. Divide by negative 10. So x is 4. And because it doesn't conflict with my excluded value up here, that's okay. This is my answer right here. Alright, so the first thing is we identify any excluded value. So in number 4, we know x cannot equal negative 1. Whoops. Sorry about that. X cannot equal negative 1 because that would make the denominator 0 right here. Okay? Then we look for the LCD. Well, 7, oops, I meant to put, let me fix that. 7 is the denominator here, and x plus 1 is the denominator here. They don't have any factors in common, so when that happens, the LCD is just the product of those two denominators. So 7 times x plus 1. That's your LCD. So I'm going to multiply that to each term. So 7 x plus 1, 3 over x plus 1. 7 x plus 1 times 2 over 7, and then 7 times x plus 1 times 2. Okay? So the first term, the x plus 1's cancel, so here, this one and this one. And in the second term, the 7's cancel. And on the right side, nothing cancels. So I just have to distribute and simplify what I have left. So 7 times 3 is 21. Distribute the 2 right here and here. So I get 2x plus 2. And then 7 times 2 is 14. So I'm going to multiply 14 here and 14 here. So I get 14x plus 14. I'll move the 2x over and the 14 over. So that's gone, and then over here that's gone. So I've got 12x equals, see, this is 7 plus 2 is 9. And then just divide by 12. So reduce it, so x is 3 over 4. Now this does not conflict with the excluded value, so this is my answer right here. Alright, for number 5, we have a quadratic underneath the first, the denominator in the first term. So first thing we're going to do is factor that one, and more likely than not, these are going to be the factors. So, you know, is x plus 3 times x minus 5 this? And you check it and it is. So this one's actually, let me write it like this, x plus 3 times x minus 5. Okay? So the x cannot equal, so the excluded values would be negative 3 and 5. So x cannot equal those two. As for LCD, I've got two different terms, like two different expressions. I've got this one, x plus 3 and x minus 5. Notice it's the same two right here. So the LCD is just the product of those two. So it'd be this. This would be the LCD. It's the same as like if you were adding, you know, going back to the numbers, if you had like 1/5 plus 1/6 and you have to add them together, they have no common factors, the 5 and the 6, so you just do over 30, right? You multiply the 5 and the 6. Same idea right here. You multiply x plus 3 and x minus 5. So now I'm going to multiply the LCD by each term, and so I get x plus 3 times x minus 5 times 56, and I'll write it in factored form. And x minus 5 minus x plus 3. And so I'm just writing down the LCD in front of each term. I'm multiplying it. And last but not least, on the right side, times 7 x minus 5. Now if you want to put the LCD over 1, you may. Okay? And then you go term by term. So in the first one, the x plus 3 and the x minus 5 both cancel out. So this one with this one, this one with this one. In the second one, only the x plus 3. And on the right side of the equal, only the x minus 5. So now we're ready to simplify. So the first term just gives you 56. Then minus, be careful with that minus. It's going to affect everything after it, so I'll put parentheses. 6x minus 30, because I'm distributing the 6 here and here. Equals, now I'm distributing the 7 here and the 7 here. So 7x plus 21. Let me distribute the negative. 56 minus 6x plus 30. 7x plus 21. Okay? I'm going to move this 6x. I'm going to add 6x and subtract 21. So here it's gone. Here the 21 is gone. So I've got 13x. And here I've got 9. And 56 is 65. We divide by 13. I get 13 into 65 is 5, right? So x is 5. Okay, now you check your excluded values. Does it conflict with one of the values? And yes, it does, because up there on the top it says that x cannot be 5. And here I got x equals 5. So then this one's not going to work. And it's the only one we got. So then your answer has no solution. Just see. Number 6 is similar to number 5 in that I have to first factor the quadratic in the denominator. So again, I'm going to check to see if these two work. If they do, then it's already done, right? So negative 7 times negative 3 is positive 21. Negative 7 plus negative 3 is negative 10. So yes, this is the factored, these are the two factors, x minus 7 times x minus 3. Okay, the excluded value or values are 7 and 3 because those are the values that make the denominator 0. The LCD, again similar like number 5, I've got this denominator, this one, and then these they repeat. So then the LCD is just the product of the two that are different. So x minus 7 times x minus 3, like that. So now I'm going to go through and multiply each term by the LCD. So let me just, I'll pause it. Alright, just to save a little bit of time, here it is. Just like on the other ones where I multiplied the LCD by each term and I changed the color so it stands out from the original equation. So now I'm gonna distribute or cancel, simplify, right, each term. So on the left side of the equal sign, both x minus 7 and x minus 3 are gone. Then on the right side of the equal sign, the first term, x minus 7, is gone. In the last term, x minus 3 is gone. Okay, so now I'm ready to simplify. So on the left side, I've got x squared minus 29. Then I'm going to distribute the 6. So I've got 6x minus 18. Then I'm going to distribute the 5 here and here, plus 5x minus 35. So I'm going to move everything to the left side since x squared is on the left side. So this is 11x. And this one here is negative, what is it, 3, 4, 53. So I'm going to subtract 11x. And that's gone. And I'm going to add 53. And that's gone. So now I've got x squared minus 11x and positive 24. And we're looking for factors of 24 that add up to negative 11. So I've got negative 3 and negative 8. So just square it over here on this side. X minus 3 times x minus 8 equals 0. So that means x equals 3 or 8. Well, if you check your excluded values from the beginning, notice that you have a 3 there, and this is a 3 here. So then that one is crossed out. So the only solution to number 6 is x equals 8.